Thank you once again for joining us tonight once again to share something about the promotion aptitude tests. Those who are joining me, let me hear from you in the comment section if you can hear from me. Those who can't hear from me, let me get something from the comment section that you can hear from me. You're most welcome once again tonight for another wonderful tutorials. And today we are going to cover a lot more area about the promotion and aptitude tests. If you can hear from me, let me see you in the comment section if you can hear from me. If you can hear from me, let me get a feedback from you wherever you are watching me from. You can write yes in the comment section and let me know if you can hear from me. Yes, Anaba, uh, Anaba, yeah, you can hear from me. Double tap on the screen, or like like on or click on the like button and like. Yes, I'm Danny, a lady that you can hear from me. You're most welcome. God bless everybody for showing up tonight once again to share something on the promotion aptitude test once again. Today we are going to be looking at some topics areas that the promotion aptitude test cover, and I want to give you this assignment in just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Antonio, Esther, Antonio, right? You're most welcome. So let me give you this question to try on before we start today's lessons. The question is, what are management tools? Explain in brief in the comment section. Write it in brief in the comment section. What are management tools? And um, write 3 examples of management tools that you have come across. 3 examples of management tools. Let me test you on this and see if you can write something. The question is, what are management tools? Write 3 examples of management tools that you know before we move on or before we start today's lesson. What are management tools? And write 3 examples of management tools that you know. Don't forget to give a thumbs up to this video. It's very important. So, what are management tools? And give 3 examples of management tools that you know before we set the ball rolling. I'm giving you about a minute to give us about examples of management tools. And the big question is, what are management tools? Then let me continue to say that your support is very important. Keep on supporting us with the number 0241689382. Let me put the number in so you can put your your answers in the comment section. Let us see what are management tools. What are management tools? Are we here? Let us know what management tools are and write 3 examples of management tools. The head teachers here who are going to write, you must know some of the examples of management tools that you use to manage the school. Write about 3 of them. 3. Just write 3 of the management tools. We're about 15 people here, spending about 5 minutes. Nobody is writing anything. Okay. Let us set the ball rolling for tonight's tutorial on very important areas that you must also read to help you pass your promotion aptitude test, and that is what we're going to look at. I gave the costing, nobody was able to write something. We have 16 people, 17. Let's keep on like the video. Double tap on the screen or give someone is saying textbooks. Esther Antonio, textbooks. That is great. That is answer. Management tools. Tools that we use in managing our various schools. That are what we call management tools. So write one example of them. Somebody wrote textbooks. Somebody, Antonio wrote register. Great. Register is one of the management tools. Attendance register. That is attendance register is one of the management tools. Somebody wrote also James logbook. Okay, that is great. That is great. Or management tools. Management tools. We have 20 people now. Let's see examples of management tools. And how do you explain management tools in your own language or in your own understanding? That is what we're going to look at tonight, and many more. And many more. If time will permit that, we will jump into leadership styles too. So let's set the ball rolling. So when we're talking about management tools, they are materials or devices or tools that brings about effective teaching and learning. So management tools are devices. Some will say movement book. Good. Wow, great. A fan used by leaders to help administrators and so okay, that is great. They are techniques used to achieve a goal. Great. Someone wrote time book. That is wonderful. You are doing well. Teachers attendance register, timetable, class register. That is great. Super. You are doing great. You are doing great. So when we talk about management tools, they are materials, they are devices, they are tools that brings about effective teaching. That brings about effective teaching. So management tools as a tool, or they are devices used by heads um, of schools to monitor and evaluate the performance of teaching and learning outcomes. Someone is saying cash book. That is great. Super. So, what are examples of management tool? Number one is staff particulars charts. Staff particulars charts is one of the examples of the management tools. So, one is the staff particulars charts. In the staff particulars charts, the heads use this to indicate or show names show the qualifications, the ranks, the teacher's registered number, and this help the heads to classify um, teachers according to subjects, and if in a that is in the JSS level, and if in a basic level to assign teachers to the various classes. So the staff particulars chart is very important. So the qualification specified what teacher studied at school and what he is capable to be offering in the school. The ranks of the teachers is also in this staff particulars chart, and it is a management tool that you need to know. Then we also have subject subject classification and or subject allocation charts. Subject allocation charts is also another example of a management tool that we use to indicate the classes that the teachers teach, the subject that they teach, if um, it is if it is the JHS level. So you need to indicate. So the classification or subject allocation chart is another management tool. Then we also have the timetable that ensures the judicious and efficient utilization of official contact hours. So timetable is one. Then we also have chart for monitoring and vetting of lesson notes. It's also another management tool that you need to know. So early submission, late submission, then no submission at all is indicated on the um, chart for monitoring or vetting lesson. Um, these are management tools that you need to know. Then we also have the attendance register for the pupils to monitor the pupils' attendance, and their names are also included in this. We also have the teacher's time book. The teacher's time book or attendance book is also another example of a management tool that you need to know. So have it in mind. It is very important. Then we also have a movement book that indicates where a teacher on duty has moved to at a specific time. So it provides a way to monitor the movement of teachers outside the school and when the school is in section. So we use that one to monitor the teachers. So it's a management tool. So movement book. Then we also have suggestion box. Suggestion box is also another management tools that used to provide feedback and suggestion to enable the school administration to improve in the school. So you need to know this before you go and write your promotion exams. Now let's jump into another area that questions can also come from, and you need to be very conversant with this area before you go and write a promotion aptitude test. Um, we're going to look at school records. Now there are three types of school records. Let us use 30 seconds to write about the three types of school records in the comment section. Let me hear from you. School records. We have three types. One is what, two is what, three is what. Let's let's get engaged. We want you to also get engaged in the learning. It is not only me to provide you this. So let's see type of the school records. I said we have three types of school records. One is what, two is what, three is what. Let us produce them in the comment section in just 30 seconds. Write something in the comment section now. School records. Someone is saying financial records. Yes, that is great. Someone saying lesson notes charts. We are dealing with school records. Financial records is one of them, and the second one is what. Let's use about 30 seconds to write something. Um, If you're there, let us see the school records. Somebody mentioned financial records. Somebody is saying academic records. That is great. The last one, let's see the last one. Let's see the last one of the academic records. Who is writing the last one? Let's see. The last one of the academic records. Last one. So the last one is the administrative records. So we have financial records, academic records, books, then administrative record books. These are the three main record books that we have in our various schools. And someone will ask, what are records books? What is the importance of the records books? Records books are books for keeping information about the school. Records books are books for keeping information about the school. And somebody is mentioning cash analysis, financial records, academic records, administrative records. That is great. So these are the records that we have in our various schools that we use, and they actually help us in managing the school or keeping information about the school. So we say school records are books for keeping important information about the school. They help to ensure efficient management or administration of the school or running the school's administration. As we have mentioned, we have the financial records books. We also have the academic records books. We also have administration records books. These are the records books that we have. They are very, very important. So, type of the records books, we have three main types. Three main types. Don't forget if you meet it in the promotion aptitude test. Please like this video. Give this video a thumbs up. It's very important. So the three main records, school records, are the financial, academic, and administrative. These are the record books that are found in our various schools that we need to know. Now let's look at examples of financial record books. Let's write um, as many as we can the examples of the financial records books. Examples. Let's look at the examples of the financial records book. Examples of financial records books. So some of the examples of the financial records book are one, we have the cash book. The cash book is one of the examples of the financial record books. We also have the ledger book. The ledger book. Somebody is writing cash book. That is great, Esther. So we have the cash book. We also have the cash analysis book. Cash analysis book. We have the cash book and we have the cash analysis book. Then we also have a checkbook. Checkbook is also what? A financial record book that is used in the school. We also have bank statements. Bank statements that we get from banks that when we do transactions with the banks that the school is dealing with. These are examples of the financial record books. Then we also have um, the next one that we are going to look at. We are going to look at what the cash analysis book is entails of. What can we find from the cash analysis book? I just want two keywords that or two key headlines that we see from the cash analysis book. If you are ahead here, let us see two most important things that we see in the cash analysis book. The cash analysis book, what do we see? They also have somebody also mentioned receipt book. Yes, it's very important. Receipt book. That is the receipt books are also part of the financial records books. What are some of the key things that we get or we can see from the cash analysis book? Let's see. Just 30 seconds or just 20 seconds before I continue. So cash analysis book. We are looking at cash analysis book. Those who have been dealing, health teachers who have been dealing with the cash analysis book. Mention two keywords that we see from the cash analysis book. Can we move on? 30 seconds. Who is writing something? Okay, let's move on. So the cash analysis book, there are two keywords that we see in the cash analysis book. One is income and the two is expenditure. So these are two keywords that we see in the cash analysis book. So the cash analysis book deals with the incomes or the income and the expenditure of the school. So we have somebody saying particulars and amount. Okay, good, that is good. So what we see in the cash analysis book is one, the income, and two, we have the expenditure. So cash analysis book deals with the incomes and the expenditures of the school. So it shows the entries of the income and shows the entry of the expenditure under the various headings and particulars items. So in the cash analysis book, there are two things that we see, that is the expenditure and the someone is saying the payer and the payee details, receipt and numbers. That is great, super. So in the cash analysis book, especially those who are ahead, they are able to tell you that you see the incomes, you see the expenditure, and it shows the entries of the income and the expenditure under the various headings, the payees, the payer, and the rest in the and other particulars in the staff in the cash analysis book. So cash analysis book deals with expenditure and the income and the expenditure in this book. Then let's look at cash receipt book. Cash receipt book. What can you see from the cash receipt book? So the cash receipt book, um, for receiving fees, monies paid to the school. So this shows the monies that are being paid in the school. That we said cash receipt, cash receipt, cash that you have received. So it shows the fees, it shows the monies that is paid to the school, and such money should be recorded in the cash receipt book. So have it in mind when you go. The difference here is that the difference between the cash analysis book and the cash receipt book is that the cash receipt book is purposely for receiving monies or money being paid into the school, and the such money should be recorded in this cash receipt book. Then we also have the cash book. So we have three books with the cash. We have the cash analysis book, we have the cash receipt book, and we have the cash book. So the cash book contains summaries of all the transactions that has gone in the school. So the cash book shows the summaries of all transactions, the cash inflow in the school, and this one is talks about the income and the expenditure, but in a brief, in a summary. It is not a detailed one. So the cash book shows the summaries of the transactions, that is the income and the expenditure, but in a very brief as compared to the cash analysis book. So have it in mind. Then another financial record book is the honor certificate. So honor certificate is issued when we buy um, things in the open market and where we cannot get receipt. In the times of auditing, you need to prepare um, honor certificate to cover those purchases that you have made in the open market. So purchasing and procuring items for a school for which receipts were not issued. Um, an honor certificate should be filled or written or signed and stamped stating how much and where the item were bought. So in the open market, items like pepper, especially during sporting time, or items like skincare, those items, sugar, you when you buy them in the open market, there's no way which you can get receipt for these items, especially perishable goods or perishable things or foodstuffs. It's very difficult to get receipt for these items, and you need to prepare honor certificates to cover these things. Now let's jump into the second type, or the second type of the school records. That is academic records. Academic records. Let's write examples of academic records. In 30 seconds, let's write examples of academic records. Forget not to give this video a thumbs up. It's very important. If you haven't subscribed, click on the subscribe button and subscribe. It is very important. Then leave your comments behind. Examples of academic records. One example of academic records is someone is saying SBA, that is great. SBA is an academic records. It contains the terminal report of the learners, that is the SBA, the performance of various subjects and the learners tests. So have it in mind. So SBA is one. Continuous assessment is also one of SBA, or continuous assessment is one of the examples. Somebody's reports booklet, that is great. Report booklet is another example of an academic records more. So we also have recently we have the curriculum, and previously the syllabus. The curriculum is an example of a school, an academic record book, the curriculum that we use these days. Then lesson notes, that is great. J. Francis, lesson notes is also another example of academic records books. Academic records books. Somebody is writing SBA register. Is it SBA or SBA register? So we have the curriculum is one of the recent one. The curriculum is an example of academic book. Then we also have the resource pack or teacher's guide. Resource pack or the teacher's guide is an example of academic records book. So the resource pack that you use these days, lesson notes books, are examples of academic records books. So it is very important that you know the syllabus or the curriculum. These days we don't use a curriculum as we compare to the old one that we use the syllabus. So the syllabus, the the curriculum, the teacher's guide, or the teacher's resource pack. We have um, lesson notebooks or lesson plan books. Then we have the learners exercise book. These are academic records book. Then we have the SBA or the continuous assessment. Then we have the people's terminal reports. Terminal reports is an example of an academic records book. Then you also have the timetable. The timetable is also an example of academic records book that we need to know. So we need to know this before we go and write our promotion exam. Now let's look at the third one. The third one, that is the administrative records book. Let's write examples of administrative records book in the comment section now. Now let me give this scenario, and you give me the name of this administrative records book. This book contains the history of the school, particulars of all teachers, both past and present of the school should be in this book. Names, qualification, date of birth, hometown. It shows the dates for reopening and closing the school. It indicates the number the number of students present at reopening day, as well as the sex of them. Then we also have school reopens today on this. What type of book is that? Somebody is writing. That is logbook. You are most welcome. That is great. So logbook is an administrative record book, and this contains the history of the school. It contains the history of the school, any event that happens in the school. This book, it is recorded into this book. It is recorded in the logbook. So any the history of the school is recorded. Anything that happened, whether positive or negative, it is recorded into this book, and it contains the particulars of the teachers, both past and the present. So have it in mind. It is very important. Where they come from, their qualification, their names, their date of birth, it is stated in this book. Now let me give you this scenario and you give me the answer. All students admitted into the school should have their names registered with the admission numbers assigned to each student. Sorry. It has column for names of parents, last school attended. What type of book is this? What type of administrative record book is this? Somebody is writing. That is admission register. That is great. So admission register indicates all students being admitted into the school in this book, and their names, the school they attended, their guidance, and their contacts, where they come from, their hometowns, where they stay, they are all indicated in this admission register. So it is very important that, sorry, then what is the name of this administrative records book? This is used to check the attendance of the teachers, and the teachers are to sign in this book anytime they get to the school. What book is this one? What book is this one? It says that this book is used to check the attendance of the teachers. What book is this? What is book is this? What administrative record book is this? Write it in the comment section now. Um, that is, someone is saying time book. That is great. The answer is the time book. So the time book is also um, or the teacher's attendance book is also an administrative records book that we know. Now let's take a look at this book. It contains the name of students in the class. It should be marked every day to identify students who are present and absent from the school. What type of book is that? Let me see you from the comment section. So this book indicates someone is uh, uh-huh. It says that this book contains the names of students in the class, and the books should be marked every school day to identify students who are present and absent in the school. What class register? That is the class attendance register, the people's attendance register. It's very great. Now let's look at this book. This book contains the particulars of the staff, the name, the qualification, um, the staff number, the registered number, the NTC number, the um, their ranks and everything in the school. What type of book is that? What type of book is that? This book is known as the teacher's record book. The teacher's record book contains the particulars of the teachers or the particulars of the staff, the names, the qualification, the subject, sorry, the staff number, the registered number, the NTC number. So have it in mind before you go and write the promotion aptitude test. Now let's look at this other example of administrative records books. We also have visitors book. Visitors book is an example of an administrative records book that you need to know before you go and write. We also have punishment book. Then we have files, the files that deals with the PTA files or letters containing the PTAs, the SMC examination, um, examination file. We have file for um, the regional office, the metro, and the national. These are files that you need to create as a headmaster. Then the last one that we need to look at is the cumulative records book. Cumulative records book is not an academic record book. Cumulative record book is not an academic record book. It is an administrative record book. So this one contains the um anything about the learner. Anything about the learner is contained in this book. The history, the academic performance, the health, where the child comes from, the background of the learner is contained in um, this book. So it is very important that we look at this records book to help us in our promotion aptitude test. These records are very, very important that we need to have them in mind before we go and write our promotion aptitude test. Now let us jump into another very delicate topic area that people need to learn about before we go and write our promotion exams. We are jumping into leadership style. Write one example of a leadership style that you know and give a brief explanation of leadership style that is being exhibited in our various schools or in our various academic institutions. What are some of the the leadership styles that we exhibit? Please, but we are not using such books. Are you sure that we are not using such books? We are using them. We are using those books. So it's very important. J. Francis, we are using them. Probably you don't use them. So others or other school heads are using them. So you need to have it in mind. When you meet them, they are very important for them to be used. Now let's jump into leadership style. Someone is writing autocratic. Yes, autocratic is one of the leadership style that um, being used by leaders in our various academic institutions or our various schools, and we need to know them before we go and write. Someone wrote autocratic. Autocratic. Mhm. We have so many leadership styles that we deal or head of institutions use in our various schools, and we need to know them before we go and write our promotion aptitude test. Now, let's just dive into it. If we say a leadership style, what is a leadership style? What do you understand by leadership style? So that is what we are going to explain about. Somebody saying laissez-faire, that is great. Esther Antonio, democratic leadership style, that is great, super, and wonderful. You have been doing super well in our chat or in our discussions. Always come and learn. While some people are writing, you're also learning something. I'm not a jack of all knowledge. What you're also saying, I also learn something, then I add something to you, then you go and write your promotion exam. So, what is a leadership style? So when we're saying a leadership style simply means a combination of traits, a combination of skills, behaviors leaders use as they interact with their followers. Somebody wrote democratic, autocratic, and laissez-faire. These are leadership styles. So when we say a leadership style simply means the combination of traits, the combination of skills, the combination of behaviors leaders use when they are interacting with their followers or their subordinates or their staff or their workers. So when we talk about leadership style, they are the methods um, leaders use in providing direction and implementing plans, then motivating their staff or their subordinates to help them achieve the aim that they want, they have set aside or they are set to be achieved. So we say that leadership style are methods that leaders use to direct their employees, their staff, their subordinates to implement their ideas and motivate them to achieve their goals. So we have so many leadership styles that are used in various institutions or various fields, academic fields, that the political field, we have the business fields, we have the academic fields. We use these leadership styles in achieving um, our um, our goals being set up. One of the leadership style that we may meet in the promotion exam is transformational leadership style. What is a transformational? Then good, transactional leadership style. So we are going to look at transformational leadership style. What is transformational leadership style? We are going to look at it and in brief the importance of it, the characteristics of transformational leadership style. So when we say transformational leadership style, this style involves leaders encouraging, inspiring, and motivating their employees to innovate and create something new that will help grow and shape the future success of that school or that institution. So when we talk about the transformational leadership style, this is a situation the leader encourages, motivates his staff, his subordinates to innovate, to create something new that will help the school to grow or that will help the institution to grow. So in transformational leadership style, it involves about innovating, creating something new to help the school to move forward. They are always into creativity. They are always involved in creating, bringing new things in that institution. So that is the attitude of a transformational leadership style or method. And transformational leaders work with teams to identify the needed change, then creating a vision to guide the change through inspiration and executing the changes that needs to be done in that school. So what are some of the things that you can see that this style of leadership is a transformational leadership style? One is that they they are they can adapt to every situation that they find themselves. So they have a high level of adaptability in their learning institutions or their institution in which they handle. Then they are also inspirational. They are able to inspire their subordinates to help them achieve their goals. They are able to encourage them. Then they have the sense of creativity and innovation. These are the attitudes or the characteristics of um, transformational leadership styles that we need to know before we go and write. Then they share collective organizational consciousness. Everything that they have, they try to share with their subordinates. They try to let their subordinates know. They put their subordinates as a valuable asset in everything that they do. Then their ability to take risks is very important. They can take risks as compared to the other leadership styles. So some of their characteristics are that they are able to take risks at any point in time to help them achieve their objectives or their goals that they have set up in the organization or the institution. So have it in mind. Now let's see another leadership style, or the second leadership style that we are going to look at is a democratic leadership style. Democratic leadership style. Can we write something about democratic leadership style? Because of time factor, let's just jump into democratic. So democratic leadership style is a type of leadership style in which members of the group are more participative, um, take more participative role in decision process. They get involved in every process, every decision that is being taken. The members of the group are parts, or every staff or subordinate is part of the decision making to bring the success of the organization. So it is very important. Now, employees need to discuss and resolve issues by giving everyone the opportunity to contribute to the decision making. That is what is about a democratic. They need to share ideas. They every subordinate, being it a senior, is part of the decision making that is being taken to achieve the organizational goals. So you need to know. Now let's look. Group members are encouraged to share ideas and opinions, and even though the leader retains the final say on the decision. So the group will come together as one to share ideas. Everybody's opinion is accepted. Everybody ideas is considered in making a final decision, but the final decision lies in the hands of the leader. So have it in mind. Then members of the group feel so engaged in the process. Everybody is engaged. Everybody idea is very important in the decision making. So members of the group feel more engaged and more participatory in whatever decision that they are taking to help the organization to move forward. So you need to know this before you go and write your promotion aptitude test. Then the last one of the attitude of these democratic leaders is that creativity is encouraged and rewarded in this leadership style that help them to grow very well in the organization. Then let's look at the third leadership style. We have the transactional leadership style. What are transactional leadership style? What do they behave? How do they behave? How do they act in their management skills or their leadership skills? What they do is that transactional leadership style focuses on results. They are results oriented leaders, or this leadership style is results oriented, then conforms to the existing structures of the organization and measures success according to the organization system of reward and punishment. So in this leadership style, reward and punishment system is being instituted. So when you perform well, you are being awarded, and when you perform poorly, you are being punished. So it is a results oriented leadership style. And if the subordinates have not done well, this subordinate is punished. So it is results oriented that we need to know that. Transactional leaders have a formal authority and a position of responsibility in the organization because they are being appointed, or they are being given authority based on their position that they hold. It simply gives them the power in the organization to act every time that they do. Now, transactional leadership style is also known as a managerial leadership style. So if we are talking about a managerial leadership style, it is also known as the transactional leadership style. What are some of the features or the characteristics of the transactional leadership style? One, they focus on the results. They focus on the results and the short-term results that they need. They need the results immediately. That is the um, one characteristic of a transactional leader. Then they oppose new change. They don't want innovation. They always want to follow the system of the organization or the structural system of the organization. That is their main aim. They want to follow systems. Then they are not flexible at all. They are inflexible. Because they don't want change, they always want to be strict with the laid down procedures as the organization is about. Then they they favor structural policies and procedures in their daily activities. They strive on following rules and doing things correctly. They are strictly following rules all the time. These are examples or some of the characteristics of transactional leaders. Now let's look at autocratic or authoritative or um, authoritarian leadership style. What this leadership style is about. So when we talk about the autocratic leadership style, this is where one person controls every decision that is being taken, and little effort is being put up by the subordinates, or their ideas are not mostly considered. Their ideas are not mostly considered. The leader takes decision or controls every aspect of the leadership or the decision making in this environment, and we need to know they control every aspect of decision, and little effort or little input is being taken by this leader from a subordinate. So have it in mind. Then we said that autocratic or authoritarian or authoritative leaders make choice or decision based on their own belief, and they do not involve others for their suggestion or their advice. This is what autocratic, authoritarian, and authoritative or dictatorial leadership style employed in every leadership environment. The autocratic leadership style is best used situation where the control is necessary, especially in a situation where it demands risk taking, or where it is dangerous, or strict rules need to be applied. You need a very autocratic leadership style to be used. Then in most of our academic institutions, these leadership styles are used. All these leadership styles are used in our various academic institutions to help us manage our institutions very well. So it is very important that we look at these leadership styles before we go and write our promotion exam. Then we also have charismatic um, leadership style, and this style relies heavily on the attractive nature of the leader, or the charming nature of the leader, or the persuasive nature of the leader. This leader is able to persuade. This leader is, with his charming leadership, is able to encourage his or her subordinates to follow him to achieve his objective in the academic institution or the organization in which he or she finds himself. So it is very important. The leaders are driven by their conviction and commitment to their cause of belief or their cause sense. in achieving whatever they want in that institution. So it's very important that you know charismatic leaders are essentially very skillful in communication. They are very eloquent. They communicate their ideas well, and anything that they put it in play, they the subordinates are able to listen to whatever they are saying. So they are very charming. The moment you look at them, they use their charming nature to influence subordinates to help them achieve their aim. So that is what you need to know. Then the last one that um, we need to look at before we bring this whole caboodle or this whole tutorials to an end is the laissez-faire um, type of leadership. Laissez-faire type of leadership or leadership style is also known as delegative um, leadership style. Delegative leadership style. One of the key thing that is with this kind of leadership style is that most of the people in this institution don't care about whatever is going on, and we need to know this. The laissez-faire is a French word that means freedom, total freedom, total freedom. Laissez-faire is a free. The leader gives the subordinates a freedom to operate, to do whatever they want um, in this leadership style, and sometimes he comes in to give a guide, but there is a total freedom in this type of leadership style. So laissez-faire, also known as a delegative leadership, known as delegative leadership style. This type of leadership style in which leaders are hands off, hands off, and allow the group members to make decisions on their own. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It is very important. Liking this video is very important. Give it a thumbs up. If you haven't given a thumbs up, please give it a like. Give this video a like. We're about 40 something people. Give this video a like before we continue. So laissez-faire. What is laissez-faire? We said that laissez-faire leadership style is a situation where leaders are hands off. They take their hands off in every little decision being made by this their subordinate or their staff or their group members. It is very important. The key word here is hands off the decisions that the subordinates will make. So the leader demonstrates an attitude of taking his hands off whatever decisions the subordinates are making. So we say that this type of leadership is a situation where leaders are hands off and allow the group members to make their own decision concerning whatever um, they're doing in that institution. What are some of the characteristics of laissez-faire? How do you see that this leadership style is a laissez-faire? One, I said hands off approach in the leader. The leader um does not care so much. He gives a total freedom to the subordinates to act on their own, take decisions on their own to help that institutions to move forward. Then two, leaders provide all training and support. So in situation, the leader comes in to train the subordinates, to give support to the subordinates to able to achieve um, their aim or their goals or their objectives um, in the organization. So here the leader provides training and support for the subordinates. Please still give a thumbs up to this video. Then decisions are left in the employee. Decisions are left in the hands of um, the staff or in the hands of the group. So when you go to a particular institution or particular school where you see there's a liberal environment, there's a total freedom that the staff are doing their own things. They are the leader is hands off of the decision that is being made in that school. That that leadership being exhibited by the leader is a laissez-faire type of leadership. Then um, comfortable with mistakes. Because there is no pressure on the subordinate, there's no pressure on the staff, there's no pressure on the group. They are comfortable with the mistake that they make. There's no pressure on them by the leader. So when they even make mistake, they are comfortable to have a redress of that mistake. So have it in mind. And um, accountability accountability falls to the leader, or the anything that they are doing. It is still the leader that accounts for whatever they are doing. So any failure that comes, it is being apportioned to the leader. Any reward that comes goes to the leader. So have it in mind. So laissez-faire implies a complete hands-off, a complete freedom approach, but many leaders still remain open and available to the group for consultation and feedback. They might provide direction at the beginning of the project, but then allow group members to do their job with a little oversight responsibility by the leader. So here, total freedom is given to the subordinates to operate within the environment in which they find themselves. So it's very, very important. Now we can look at some of the benefits. It has a total benefit, or it has some benefit this leadership style. One of them is that it allows a fast decision making because it doesn't go through a bureaucratic process before decision is taken, and there's hands-off approach by the leader and allow the members to work it at their own pace. So any decision that they are taking, they don't consult so much, or they don't go through so many processes before the decision is taken. So at that moment, when you face with a challenge as a subordinate, you're able to use your own decision to solve the problem at that time. So there's a fast decision making. Since there is no micromanagement, employees under a laissez-faire leadership have the autonomy to make their own decision. They are able to make a quick decisions without waiting weeks for approval from this head. So that is why we're saying is a fast decision making body. They don't consult, the subordinates do not consult the leader, or decision process does not require to take a very long period of time before um, there is approval is given. So it's a fast decision making body. Then it also encourages innovation. It encourages innovation or creativity because there is a total freedom to the employees. This can encourage creativity and innovation. It gives them the room to create on their own. It gives them um, the room to think positive or to think new ideas that will solve the problem. That's why we're saying it's a fast decision making body. They are able to create solutions to their problem within a space of time. Then the third benefit of this laissez-faire is that it encourages personal growth or personal development by the leaders. They like to get involved to learn something new, and in learning through experiences and through the new things that they are creating, they develop themselves as a staff. So one positive thing about the laissez-faire is that because leaders are so hands-off in their approach, employees have the chance to be hands-on the activities, to do it on their own, and this is very positive. And leadership style creates an environment that facilitates growth and development in the subordinate. So these are some of the types of leadership style that we need to learn before we go and write our promotion exam. I'm most grateful for having you or for your engagement this evening. I thank you. God bless everybody for coming, and have a blessed weekend. And God guide you through this weekend till we meet next week again. Probably Sunday, we may come back to engage one or two things again before Monday comes. I'm most grateful. Please keep your support coming in. Before we're able to create an hour video on YouTube, we need a lot of data to able to create 1 hour video. So you can also support through this number 02416893882 for us to continue to bring you. And anytime you send a support, try as much as possible to use your number as a reference, or after giving a support, you can send me hi on the WhatsApp so that I'll add you to a group. A time will come, we may not give it for free. We're giving it for free now, but a time may come that we may not give it for free. So also throw your support and be part of the group. Be part of the group. Now, let me ask these questions. What did we learn today? What have you learned today? Give me one of the things that you have learned. You need to always write something down before the whole tutorials come to an end. What did you learn today? And write something small in the comment section what you have learned today, and let's see. God bless everybody, and try and give your support. Your support is very important. Most of the time, I see a lot of people on this platform, but they are not supporting for this thing to come on all the time. If you don't support, how do we bring you the life? God richly bless you, Juliana. Akpo, God richly bless you. Then we have Doris Baua. Um, Good job. God bless you. Leadership style. Esther. Antonio. Is it Antonio? Yeah. We learn about leadership styles. What did we learn again? We also learn about school records. Also learn about school records. We also learn about management tools. Try and go back, sit down, revise this before you go and write your promotion exams. It is not only questions alone that you need to be learning, but you need to also learn the content, not purposely for exams, but broaden your horizon. It is very important. Open your mind up in this profession. Know something. So when someone asks you something, you'll be able to provide something. I'm most grateful. God bless everybody. Try to keep your support coming through this number 02416893882. The name is Agomekwajo on this line. My brand name is Smith, and have a blessed weekend. We shall meet another time, and may God guide us to the next week. God bless everybody. Bye bye.